Alright. How's everyone doing? Multi Apples here bringing another video, and today I'll be playing some WRC 8. So, go ahead and get started. Right, first race, I'm doing some, I'm gonna, as usual, be doing some just races until I get better at this game, until I know I can consistently finish in first. So, that's not good. It's raining, so unfortunately for me, in this game, in this race, it's raining, I should state. That I can't. It's harder to control cars when it's raining than it is when you're driving, so especially when you're going in like a high speed. So. Ah, shoot. So chances are I'm not going to be the last time I stated, but I'll on my best time, but, always try. Always try. Thirsty, actually. Drinks, but it's been a while since I played this. It's been like maybe a couple months since I played this game, I think. Let alone this map. Not entirely sure when the last time I played this map was. I know I played this map because obviously I have a time, a little ghost to beat, but. So I know I played this map, but I just don't remember when actually. It's not smart to go 80 miles an hour when it's raining, so on a wet road, so that's the good thing about this being a video game is that you can, so you won't have to in real life. I don't know what to talk about. So I know Real Madrid played Sevilla yesterday, and Ajax beat FC20 yesterday in the Eredivisie. I was able to see that game last night, but I'm gonna watch Real Madrid play Sevilla after work. I do know that Real Madrid won, and Sevilla had two men sent off. So it should be interesting to see the game because I know the PSV won the Eredivisie. Unfortunately for me and Ajax, because I'm a fan of Ajax, so I want them. I always want them to win, but they finished in second. They did not get enough points in the final. In the final five games, they needed like 6 points to actually clinch the title, and they wound up only getting five. So, because of that, they finished a point behind PSV. So, they will play in the Champions League next year for the first time in several seasons. Next season, actually later this year, but they didn't win the Eredivisie, unfortunately. Real Madrid finished in second of La Liga as well, so they have. I still have to watch yesterday's game, and also the fact that they play on Sunday again. Now, I should be able to watch them on Sunday, actually. I have Monday off from work, actually. I work in a call center, so it's Monday's a federal holiday, so I get that off, so. Memorial Day, so. Sure, I'll be streaming with my face cam on next week, Monday, but I should be streaming. If not, I should at least be recording for my YouTube channel. And, if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe if you already haven't. If you're watching this on Twitch, it should be down below, but after this race, I'm going to actually link my YouTube channel. So, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I usually start at 5:30 in the morning and go until about 6:30. I may do multiple streams, but to make multiple videos, but I will start at 5:30. I usually aim to start around 5:30, and I'll usually aim to start at or finish at 6:30, so. Not sure, I need to check if the live chat replay actually works, so. Go to Argentina and let's do the El Condor reverse. Do this team. I need to stop playing on rainy courses that are raining. I haven't played this track before just because you usually see a yellowish car that's referred to as a ghost, and that would usually appear the if I had actually played this map before. The odds of me doing this so far, where the ghost is doing everything I'm doing right now at the same time, is slim to none. Hopefully I can stop messing up, but at least I don't think I've done this map before. So Tuesday, yeah. So Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, I usually aim to start now at 5:30. And Tuesdays, I usually aim to start at 6. But next week, Monday, it's gonna be a long weekend for me. So Monday, I am probably not gonna stream with my face cam on. Next week, Monday, I should say, the 26th. Ah, dang it. I'm messing up, so. Why I hate playing racing games in the rain. Mess you up, though, so. I do have to respawn, though, unfortunately, but it is what it is, so. I like WRC 8. I know it was available like when when Microsoft did the games with gold program. This was available for I think like about a month. So I never played a W. I think this was. I'm not sure if I played WRC 6 before. I played WRC 8, but this and WRC 6 were my first two games to play. So my first two WRC games to play actually. They're fun games. They can be tough at times, but you usually expect that of off-road racing games. So right, so far so good. Oh no, oh no, that's not good. So what I'm gonna do is see if I can adjust the weather conditions after this race, so I can actually start driving when it's not raining. But I don't know what to talk about now. So I do like playing racing games, though. They're probably one of my favorite genre of sports games. Now, if I were playing online, the servers have been shut down for WRC 8, but if I were playing online, I wouldn't be in first. I'd probably be in last. Heck, against the AI, I'm probably in last right now. So that's unfortunate, but it is what it is. There's a live action Lilo and Stitch movie coming out soon that I'd like to see in persons in theaters. So I don't know why I said in person, but I like to see the Lilo and Stitch movie because I grew up watching Lilo and Stitch. It was such a good show. So it's a good show. When I was growing up, I was probably one of the better animated shows on Disney, not only of its era but of all time. Nothing beats Kim Possible though. Sorry, Kim Possible was such a good live action movie. Or like it was the movie live action movie was pretty good as well, but the animated series was the best. So now they got Christy Carlson Romano for the live action, which was pretty cool. So Wondering, whether animated shows and films would work as a live action. Not sure, like, I don't know if anyone remembers the show Brandy and Mr. Whiskers, but that was. Not sure that would work as a live action. It would, like, Lion King works, but Lion King was already, like, beloved by everyone who saw it, and I'm not sure, like, Mr. Whiskers is, like, held up in the same. It's not definitely not held up in the same regard, but I need to stop crashing my car. I think there's the American Dragon Jake Long, which with CGI could actually work, but so I don't know what's happening tomorrow. So I'm trying to think of like what other good Disney shows and films would work as a live action. I know Disney's for a while has been on its big live action remake, you know, film spree. So I don't think Fish Hooks would work. If anyone remembers that show, that would not be a good live action. I think. Gosh, definitely finding. I know I'm not entirely sure it's Disney, so to speak. I know it's Pixar. I think it's Pixar, but I don't think Finding Nemo and Finding Dory would work as a live action. I have to look at like the shows. Like Phineas and Ferb, I could see as a live action. Actually, with a bit of CGI, I can see that. That's like a beloved show of its era for like that generation of Disney fans. But I love Phineas and Ferb. It's not to me mainly because I'm older and I didn't grow up watching it, but it's not held in the same nostalgia as like Lilo and Stitch or the Even Stevens or Kim Possible. But I'm sure if it was on, when I was growing up, like when Even Stevens and Lilo and Stitch were being shown new episodes, I'm sure I would hold it Phineas and Ferb in the same regard. So they were raised in North America, actually. Phineas and Ferb could work. Murphy's Law would work, and Hamster and Gretel would work. Hamster and Gretel's ongoing, but on Disney, but it's a pretty good show. I got a penalty for that. Hold on, I'm gonna make a note of something. Let's restart. Actually, forgot to change the weather. Oh, I have done this map before. Sweet. I don't know how many people watched. Well, I know a lot of people would watch Disney Channel in the mid 2000s, but the Wizards of Waverly Place got a spin off Actually, That's So Raven got two spin-offs actually. So I know That's So Raven. Its spin-off would be Corey in the House, which it started airing like a year or two after That's So Raven was like, ended production for its final season, and then it's Raven's Home, which aired in the late, like more than a decade after. It like first started showing like a decade after That's So Raven did. So heard Raven's Home to Corey in the House, but that's personal preferences. Understandable that they couldn't get. I think it's either Kyle or Christopher Massey to play. I forget which one did, but it's understandable at the time they couldn't get. Extend in the later seasons they couldn't get to play Corey because I think the actor that played Corey was involved in some controversy. And if like an actor's involved in controversy, Disney will tend to stay away. So, but I'm not sure if the controversy had happened in its first season, but if it didn't, he was involved in some serious allegations. So if they took place, thankfully if the allegations are true, thankfully he wasn't involved in Raven's home. But if the allegations were false, you know, they should have at least got him on in like the first season or two. So they did get Victor Baxter, Raven's father, in the show. He was always my favorite character on the show, and then they got the mom for an episode or two. Yeah, in the original series, Victor Baxter, Raven's father, who was a chef, in a show at a fictional restaurant called the Chill Grill. He was always my favorite character in That's So Raven. I know they couldn't get Eddie, who was played by I think Orlando Brown. He unfortunately has been involved in some. He's been dealing with mental health issues, so you always don't want anyone to go through that. So it's unfortunate that he's going through that. So it's kind of understandable that Disney didn't contact him for the spinoff because you really want him to focus on his mental health issues and trying to get better mentally. So this way, yeah, I almost turned left instead of right. Oh man, I was in last that time. Still Finland now. So do your weather. It's actually due noon, so we'll be hopping off soon. So Get ready for work, so I still have to have breakfast and yeah, overall get ready for work. I think this will be my last race actually. Beat my previous time. Hopefully I can, but when I'm riding with this car, probably not. It's, so, losing control fairly easily, but I need a ton of practice at this game before I can actually start doing the career mode again. I believe I started the career mode for one of the WRC games that I have, but I'd rather wait until I actually become pretty good at this game before. So it's going to require a ton of practice. Earn here. Ooh, that's good. 625. 6:30 at the earliest. I'm gonna hop off. It's 6:25 right now. Yeah. Into Finland. I'd like to go though. Control of the car. Had to stop. It's a billboard, but like little, sign that said Michelin, and it had the Michelin Man. Definitely not gonna ride with this car next time. I brought up Lilo and Stitch earlier because I had part of a song called Hawaiian Roll. I think it's the Hawaiian Roller Coaster Ride song stuck in my head. It's weird because I haven't listened to that song in a long time, like maybe 2 decades. The fact that I can actually remember that song is quite impressive. Maybe it's sooner than 2 decades, but I know it wasn't recently, so. Let me turn off my mic really quick. My face cam.
flat left and jump 50. Left 4 into jump into flat right. Into jump into flat left. And jump into right 5, tightens. Into jump over crest into left 4 long, tightens short. And crest into right 5, open.